Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Taekook Mafia Love Story. So, as I always said, all the episodes link you will get in the description box, so please check it out. So, without any delay, let's start the story. Thanks, baby, get off me. I pushed him away with all my force. He didn't budge at first, and when he finally did, I immediately wiped my lips with my hand. Oh, I never really had anyone like you before. He clenched. Had meaning and purpose. Please stop being so clingy. I retorted, still angry of the case, but it made me like you even more. Baby tiger, it's there. He smirked. I know. I have a question. My palms kept brushing my thighs with the hope of distraction myself from nervousness. I sat at the edge of the couch with a stressed posture. JK or Jungkook was sitting on the other end, texting on his smartphone with his elbow propped on the armrest, leg crossed the other. He was relaxed yet tensed at the same time. I pity the other end of the line. Well, considering the ugly scowl on his face, it must be a bad news. What? He answered, irritated with an edge. Clearly, he was trying not to snap at me. Am I allowed to go out, or am I just stuck here doing all the chores? I'm pretty sure this whole place ran out of dust and dishes to wash. What? So you could tell someone that you are living with the mafia? His face was still on his phone. I frowned. I told you that I'm not that stupid, but I really can't stay here forever. He finally looked at me. You wouldn't. You are going with me to Korea. I shouted, yeah, tell that to Jimin. My face scrunched when I realized something. Where are you, man? Jungkook, are you sure you are really a mafia boss or just some random criminal whom I witnessed doing crime? Sometimes I wonder myself that when I started thinking to him, I suddenly get comfort to the point of forgetting that I get nervous and scared of. He smiled. I don't know why he is even happy with me doubting his status. Say my name again, baby tiger. He crossed his phone. He tossed his phone to the side and started crawling towards me. I scooted closer to the edge, almost sitting on the armrest of the couch. You are the only one I am allowing saying my name. I ignored the moment and instead asked him another question. Why does Jimin call you Jungkook? He stopped midway, almost hurrying me. He leaned back only to sit beside me and unknowingly too close to my comfort. He rested his back on the backrest, placing his right arm behind me. Everyone who knows me call me JK, a nickname, and grave on me. My men call me Mr. John or JK, and there are some who call me Cook. As for your answer of question, I have my man here, but I'm trying to be. They are blending in and trying to act like normal citizen here, but if something goes wrong, they will be no doubt act instantaneously, and they basically just waited for my orders. Trust me, baby tiger, you don't want to know or see them. Oh, I answered rather blankly. He's right. If I see them, I'm pretty sure I'll be scared of him again. Is Jian your surname? I asked again, deciding to let go of the topic of his man. I remember him reciting all his names. Yeah, John Jungkook. I'm pretty much the prince of the family, thus everyone call me JK. I snorted and laughed. That's so ironic considering what you do. You should be called Double Bunny. He smirked briefly. So you knew an Korean translation of Double Bunny and yet not for your name, baby tiger. I glared at him. It was some random fact I read from Bogum's book. He frowned. Bogum again. I rolled my eyes. Yeah, you can only roll your eyes when I told you something. When I do something, baby tiger, I flinched when I felt his mouth close to my ear. I immediately jumped back. At the same time, my heart did. Why does he always do that? It's uncomfortable and it scared me out. Will you stop doing that? I want curtly. I will be. I will if you let me taste your lips again. You are disgusting. My face crashed. Since when is kissing become disgusting, baby tiger? Obviously, when you don't like the person, I retorted with an eye roll. Should I assume that the only one you wish to kiss is that boy, Bugam, who is now 6 feet under the ground? I glared at him. I don't appreciate him including my best friend on our argument. I wasn't happy or scared or nervous any longer. Bugam was a very touchy subject for me, although I didn't know. It's pretty much obvious that you avoid talking about it, knowing how much it means to someone. What? It's obvious that you love the guy. He's rugged, and apparently, this guy didn't get the sense that he was already walking on the thin ice. I mean, what do I expect from someone who take away leaves? The room was suddenly quiet. I could feel him staring at me. My sight was already long gone from him, only staring at the blank wall. I was angry and I was holding myself back not to lash out on him. I was still scared of him, and for me to even shout at him would only send me directly to his cough. He then leans his mouth to my ear, his body leaning to mine, chest brushing on my shoulder. You think I care about your feelings, baby tiger? You think I would stop just because you are angry? You see, baby tiger, I don't give a thing about you panning over some dead guy. Shut up. I stood up apparently. I didn't look at him. I didn't have the guts. I know when I take a single glance at his empty soul, I would only crush the remaining dare that I have. I was beyond angry and I was beyond hurt. Jungle clenched. I could feel him stand, his height and warmth hovering mine. Look at you, all fisty, and he suddenly stopped at his word, trailing off. Thang, he turned, uttered my name for the first time, and it was the first time I heard his voice, soft and warm with a hint of apprehension and guilt. His very warm hand pressed against my cheek. He slowly raised my head, letting my eyes and attention to him, thumbs wiping the fallen tears. His lips moved to speak, but I didn't let him say, "You are so bad." I spat, letting myself get out of his grasp and walk away. It's been hours since I started staring at the wall. I realized that I can only do limited things here. I wasn't in the mood to continue the book. The penthouse was already shiny and clean, every corner and little things of it. Jungkook was out and I didn't mind asking him where he is going, cause I'm pretty sure he's going to hunt someone again. I didn't have the guts to sneak out cause he will know, and I don't wanna know what he will do to me if I ever did escape. I really regret not bringing my tools of art. Ever since Bogam's death, I never had that mood to paint or even draw again. He was my inspiration. Every work I have done there always hint of him. Every time, every little thing my eyes could see were always my inspiration. The flowers, the sky, tree and landscapes, the people we randomly see, the animals, just everything. He used to bring me outside, sometimes beyond the city, I would bring my sketchbook or pencil. Sometimes I would bring watercolors, acrylic, or charcoal, depending on the mood I feel like doing. Bugam, on the other hand, would simply bring the laptop. People's chatter and laughters, birds creeping and buzzing, and the clicking sound of his typing were peace to me, and now everything is just dull. Perhaps part of the reason why I sold those paintings was because it just reminded me of him and everything. Every time I saw those paintings, my heart ached. Bogum knew well that I always have a hard time letting go of those paintings. The third room of my apartment was particularly a storage for my artworks and sometimes my studio when I decide to paint with a wall-sized canvas. If I lose my mind, I'll just paint the whole bedroom. I didn't have any paint here, but Jungkook can help me in this with his blood. I knock a knock on the door pulled me out of my thoughts. I looked at the time and realized he was home earlier. He always goes home beyond midnight and sometimes wake me up when he's hungry. Cook dinner for me, baby tiger, he said. From the other side, I sighed and got up from bed. It's not like I have anything better to do here. I have been sitting on my bed for hours thinking about many things in my life. Well, it's also not like I have a choice either. I hope someday His Excellency realized that he wouldn't get anything from me and that only I am liability. I decided to cook bibimbap from him, well, obviously because the food is his roots. He is lucky I have a talent for cooking. Bugam used to Bugam once joked that it was the reason he stuck with me. I was simply a natural house husband. It really wasn't a compliment for me because he knew all I wanted was to be a well-known artist, not necessarily worldwide. I just wanted my work to be recognized and I wanted myself to be recognized by others and that as an artist. Do you want me to apologize, baby tiger? Ignored Jungkook. He was sitting at the kitchen island waiting for his dinner. I'm not in mood for a stupid argument again. I would rather ignore his stupidity. What he said in the morning was below the belt and it was very much enough to offend me. Baby tiger, speak. I dislike being ignored. His tone changed. It was cold and hard. I paused, having second thoughts whether to reply him or not, but it obvious is in his voice that made me to do so. I don't want your apology, not when it's fake. My voice was low and rough. He clenched deep and reverberating. It's not like I care, baby tiger, but I figured you would like to apologize. My apologies, well, save it, I retorted coldly. There was silence for a moment before he started talking again. The painting, did he make it? There was no taunt in his tone, it was filled with only pure curiosity. We did, I replied curtly with the purpose of only answering him. Do I need to apologize for ruining it? I stopped cooking. I slowly turned to face him. That painting, Mr. Jan Jungkook, was special to me. He really was ready to my request of doing a painting with me after months of running after him. Only he died months later. No money or even your soul could repay what I lost. So please save your empathy apologies. Jungkook, I don't need it. I swiftly turned around and continued cooking. I could hear the chair scraping against the floor, sound of footsteps near me. I could feel his presence beside me. His usual heat only added to the indication of his presence. You are lucky, baby tiger, really lucky, he said almost in a whisper. His mouth was near my head, his breath tickling my face. If you wouldn't have known my cousin, you absolutely have no idea what I'm gonna do to you. The words pouring between his gritted teeth, my heart rate increased. He then grabbed my chin, fingers roughly digging against my jaw. His hand could swell my face whole with the force my face turned to him. He was staring and reading me while maintaining the scowl on his face. I gave him a hated glare. He attached his lips to mine. Hey Amit, so this is end of today's episode. I hope you will love it, and whatever you feel about the episode, please tell me in the comment section. I'll see you tomorrow. Till then, take care, safe. Bye bye.